It's so much to talk about, so much to talk to. Liverpool जो है वो crazy हो रहा है in this transfer window. I mean, no Liverpool fan has ever enjoyed or experienced a transfer window like this. This is Liverpool's transfer of madness. You know, यहाँ से club के ambitions and जो future planning है वो पता चलती है. Um, One of the things I wanted to talk about, and we have with here Shah Sohaib, and Sohaib is an avid Arsenal fan, and we go back like more than a decade, right? And Arsenal fan hai, and he's going to tell us some insights about Arsenal as well. Arsenal की भी transfer window अच्छी गई है, and obviously not like Liverpool, लेकिन they've got their targets which they wanted, and so Arteta के बारे में बात करते हैं हम लोग. This is make or break season. A lot of pressure on Arsenal and Arteta. So let's dive in. Sohaib, how are you?
Hello everyone. I'm great, Shahryar. Great connecting with you after so many years. Yeah, we go way back from the streets of Clifton, Karachi. Started playing football to now, discussing after so many years. Thanks for having me on your show.
Crazy, bro. यार क्या सीन है लिवरपूल क्या ट्रांसफर विंडो गई है. इट्स लाइक अगले 5 साल की एटलीस्ट अगले 5 साल की तो टीम स्क्वाड स्टार्टिंग 11 इज लॉक्ड, राइट? ऑब्वियसली 2 साल बाद हो सकता है कि सलाह एंड वैन डाइक ना हो क्लब पे, बिकॉज they've extended their deals to they sign new contracts, right? अभी in the last season, and 2 साल के लिए उन लोगों ने नए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स साइन किए हैं. आई कैन ओनली इमेजिन रिचर्ड ह्यूज और माइकल एडवर्ड्स की मीटिंग्स एंड कॉन्वर्सेशंस एंड प्रोमिसेस एंड एम्बिशंस जो उन लोगों ने वैन डाइक और सलाह को प्रॉमिस किए होंगे, राइट? कि बॉयज वी आर गोइंग गो फकिंग क्रेजी इन द समर. ये हमारे टारगेट्स हैं, वी विल साइन देम, वी वर इन टच विद दीज गाइज. So you better put pen to paper, and I can only imagine, right? Like I want to be like a fly on the wall during those meetings, and it was evident उस time भी chatter था थोड़ा बहुत कि हाँ यार Liverpool they Salah and Dijk ये लोग stay कर रहे हैं because they're gaining great money, A, of course, and B, because Liverpool as a football club, as administrators, have promised them they will be signing some absolutely bad shit, mental, crazy players. So, as a rival fan, as an Arsenal fan, how do you look at this? Because I look at it like, yeah, these guys, Liverpool, एक अपना Galacticos बना रहा है. They're making their own, super team. So, how do you, as an Arsenal fan, look at Liverpool's business this season?
No, definitely, Shahryar. The way
they've been
evolving, and the way they've been evolving is outstanding. Because I honestly thought when Jurgen Klopp left, कि बस अब तो खत्म यार, अब तो मतलब क्या ये लोग compete करेंगे, खत्म हो गया phase इनका. But the way that Arne Slot came in and he slotted in perfectly to Liverpool, that was quite remarkable. And last season, I mean, it was a pleasant surprise. I honestly thought it was between City and Arsenal for the title, but the way that Liverpool played and the convincing manner in which they wrapped up the league, I think just shows that this team has a lot of potential. And starting with the signing, especially that big signing, from Germany, that was a statement signing.
Florian Wirtz.
Exactly, Florian Wirtz. That was like a statement signing that if we mean business, we're gonna blow you out of the park. Like मतलब जैसे City करता था कुछ अर्सा पहले, या Real Madrid करता था. इन लोगों ने the way they came like all guns blazing. So I think that was a really big signing. And then they already honestly have a lot of pieces in place, the way, the kind of squad they have, top quality squad everywhere. And like you said, Salah and Dijk are going to be extremely crucial in attack and defense. But the other thing is with the sad demise of Diego Jota, Liverpool are, I think they've almost done the deal for Ekitike. So I think that's going to be,
confirmed
yeah. So that's going to be perfect. I feel as a rival fan, I would have thought that Arsenal are doing good business this season. I'll come to that, but I'll definitely come to that. But looking at Liverpool, they're improving as well. So the Man City has also added a few new players, but I definitely feel that Liverpool would are definitely title favorites. Liverpool, Arsenal, and City are definitely going to be title favorites. So yeah, I mean, you could say that, I mean, the Galacticos era which Real Madrid had was something completely different, and they played beautiful football. They didn't win too much in terms of trophies, but I think at that time they had sold Claude Makelele at that time, and instead of having the Galacticos defensively, they were really miserable. But Liverpool right now seems even better, so they have a good balance. So I think definite the defending champions, I think they're having a good summer. And if you want, we can go into Arsenal, but otherwise we can delve more into detail on Liverpool.
आर्सेनल पे आते हैं, आर्सेनल पे आना है मुझे, of course that's why you're here, man. लेकिन उससे पहले like अभी तो we've signed Beards, we've signed obviously और कौन साइन किया हमने यार?
एकीटेके कर लिया है,
एकीटेके तो अभी हो गया उसका, लिवरपूल ने कल रात
फ्रिम्पोंग किया है ना,
फुल बैक्स फ्रिम्पोंग किया है आपने, जरूरी फ्रिम्पोंग, किरकिस किया है लेफ्ट बैक फ्रॉम बर्नमथ. ये मसला था because Robertson isn't a first teamer now anymore. He's served Liverpool extremely well. Love the guy, but he if you want to compete for titles, Champions Leagues, so Robertson is an oldie now. I would love to have him in the dressing room as an experienced leader who's done it all, who's seen it all, right? Lekin Costa Simicas, he has to go. He has to leave. He's not even good for being a backup. पर देखो रॉबर्टसन का भी एग्जिट के बातें हो रही हैं कि he might leave for Atletico Madrid. He also wants to go. He doesn't want to play backup to anyone. तो ये सीन है.
Luis Diaz might leave Liverpool, right?
लग रहा है. If the price is right, he's going to Bayern. Diaz wants to. उसकी preferred destination है to go to Barcelona. लेकिन बारसा के पास पैसे नहीं है, फंड्स नहीं है उनके पास. So but it looks like because Bayern missed out on Wirtz, right? They wanted to go all in and they were in for Wirtz, लेकिन Wirtz ने उनको कटा दिया, rejected them for Liverpool. So now और अभी इसको इंजरी भी तो हो गई ना मुसियाला को, crazy वाली, in this pointless club World Cup. And so he's out for this season, right? Completely वो तो गया बेचारा. So now they need Luis Diaz. Yes. So Liverpool को पता है कि they need him, they want him, and so they're going to get the best deal out of him. And अच्छा यार, it's fine. He's 28 years old. उसके लिए अगर आपको 70 million euros मिलते हैं तो fine. Like he's got 2 more years on his contract remaining. So सही है, जाओ निकलो. I personally wouldn't want Luis Diaz to leave because Luis Diaz and Ibu Konate का ये हो रहा है ना कि कोनाटे को भी जो पैसे दे रहे हैं, जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नया ऑफर कर रहा है लिवरपूल, ही इज नॉट कूल विद दैट. उसकी भी आई थिंक 1 साल रह गया डील पे. सो ही माइट लीव फॉर रियल नेक्स्ट सीजन, हू नोस, अगर लिवरपूल उसको क्रेजी मनी नहीं देता, व्हिच आई थिंक दे शुड, बिकॉज कोनाटे एंड डियाज आर लाइक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर्स in their respective positions. And इतनी ज़्यादा changes होते हैं ना, इतने ज़्यादा नए players आते हैं into the squad, into the starting 11. That's not cool. That's not nice. वो players integrate होने में time लेते हैं, so we might even lose out on a title or any silverware. It's quite possible. तो इतनी ज़्यादा integration अच्छी नहीं होती है. But कॉन्स्टा को हमने सेल किया है. We still have Joe Gomez. गोई के भी पीछे हम जा रहे हैं from Crystal Palace. He's one of England's best defenders, center backs right now. So he also wants Liverpool. So वो भी है. I'm telling you, this is insane. SC transfer window यार, like मैंने कभी नहीं देखी. We've signed 3 incredible players. 4 अब तो हो गए. एक TK, Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong. Crazy. उसकी pace is frightening.
Yeah, and big players,
वो अभी जो स्टोक को 5-0 मारा बिहाइंड क्लोज डोर्स लिवरपूल ने, उसमें फ्रिम्पोंग की बेस, वियर्स का फुटवर्क, उसकी ट्रिकरी, उसकी फिनिशिंग, उसकी पासिंग, उसकी विजन, insane, insane. So yeah, ये सीन है. It's good, great for us. And अभी रोड्रिगो की भी बातें हो रही हैं. If Diaz
यार
leaves तो रोड्रिगो
ये
को
जो
साइन करना
तुमने कहा
पड़ेगा.
है ना, रॉड्रिगो जो तुमने बोला है ना, आई थिंक इफ ही जॉइंस आइदर लिवरपूल, आर्सेनल का तो मुश्किल लग रहा है मुझे, बट
नहीं.
बायर्न की भी बात आ रही थी उसकी. आई थिंक that would be like a really masterful signing for, or even
Yeah,
PSG, for any of those clubs.
Rodrigo का I haven't. I'll be honest. I don't really watch La Liga इतना ज़्यादा. Um, I don't know. Is Rodrigo better? Is he an upgrade on Luis Diaz? I don't know. Is he?
No, yeah, he is like, you could say like a Vinicius Junior, थोड़ा सा कम लेवल पे. लुइस डियाज तो इतना कोई एक, लुइस डियाज तो आउट एंड आउट विंगर और उस तरीके से. रोड्रिगो इज लाइक, he has the ability to become like Neymar and stuff like that. He's very talented. He's
अच्छा.
easily worth 100 million pounds right now. अगर उससे, if that's his price, I think that's a great price.
यार वही ना,
But
अभी तो रोड्रिगो के लिए जा रहे हैं हम लोग. एंड उसके बाद फिर you've got to sign Guehi as well, सेंटर
yeah,
बैक. आपका फिर डिफेंस सॉलिडिफाई हो जाएगा. You've got Van Dijk, Gomez, Konate and Guehi. Mabrashvili आ गया है.
that's a strong defense, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. तो ये सीन है. बट और अभी इसाक की बातें हो रही हैं. उसका his
यार
head
आई
is
डोंट थिंक, अब तो
turned.
एकिटेके को कर लिया साइन, तो आइजैक का तो अब नहीं करेंगे. बट
यार I don't know man. I don't know. I mean it looks difficult. लेकिन जो बातें रिलायबल लिवरपूल रिपोर्टर से जो आ रही है ना, वो ये आ रही है कि they just might sign इसाक. और आप देखो न्यूकासल की भी जो स्काउट्स वगैरह हैं, टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर्स हैं who are responsible for signing new players, they're also heading and inquiring about Šeško at Leipzig. एंड इसकी रिप्लेसमेंट देख रहे हैं. तो अभी देखा था लाइक फ्रेंडली में न्यूकासल के इसाक चला हुआ था, राइट? ड्रेसिंग रूम.
That's what I heard.
And
that Eddie Howe said that he's not in the right frame of mind. The transfer talk has like kind of made him uneasy. But I feel, I don't
he was
think,
sent back.
Yeah, I think if Ekiteke को sign नहीं किया होता, I would have said yes. But I don't think they're gonna sign him now. Maybe next season or in the maybe later. But I think Ekiteke को तो कर लिया है, तो I think he's gonna be the striker up front.
Yeah, I mean not a bad option, but I'm not too sure on Ekitike. But then again, I mean I don't obviously watch the league, French league जो है. लेकिन मैं इसकी जर्नी देख रहा था Ekitike की. It's very similar to ये जो है इसाक, right? Wonder Kid आया था, but couldn't make it big in his first couple of clubs. Sent away, and then उसके बाद like they both just bloomed last season. उसकी age भी वही, Isak is in his prime now. He's 25, 26 years old. Ekitike is 23 years old. तो दोनों की journey बहुत similar है. And दोनों हैं भी बहुत similar players. बस एक difference बहुत visible है. Ekitike is more like, आप कह लो, a lanky Firmino. He's a dribbler. His vision है. He's not a clinical finisher, which should be a concern for Liverpool, because हमने 3 साल डार्विन नूनियस को बर्दाश्त किया है, which was painful. Woodworks को मारते हुए. And but Isak जो है, he's a clinical finisher, as we all know.
If Liverpool can get him, that would be great. I mean, that's my personal opinion. मुझे लग रहा है अभी शायद Ekitike के होते हुए शायद ना ले, but they could. But talking about clinical strikers, what do you think about Gyökeres? He's almost done coming to Arsenal.
He's done, yeah. I think he's good business. I think Šeško से ज़्यादा अच्छा business player यही है, Gyökeres, because I think he's more experienced. He's physically developed. He's a physical beast, right? And finishing वगैरह भी अच्छी है. but then again वो Portuguese league से आ रहा है, and
I agree
play
with
for
you.
Sporting.
Yeah.
To play for Sporting is one thing, but to play for Arsenal, वो जो pressure है, that's another thing.
No, I'm glad you raised that, but he's been scoring goals not only in the Portuguese league,
Champions League,
but also in the Champions League and for Sweden as well. So he, I think, has evolved immensely, and I think the number of chances that Arsenal create, he should be an amazing.
Odegaard.
Yeah. When you talked about Liverpool's transfer window, this has been one of the greatest transfers window I've ever witnessed. Arsenal, signing so many players. Yeah, I mean, I've been supporting Arsenal since 2002, and this is literally the first time that they've had so many influx of so many new players. The last time I was this excited for any player to come to Arsenal was when Ozil was signed back in like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Again, Abhi jo hai, definitely, it's been an amazing window. Madueke, I'm a bit I don't know. He has talent, but let's see if Arteta can do something good with him. Otherwise, Gyökeres, obviously, Zubamendi is one of the best signings that I think Arsenal have done this window.
I think Zubamendi की जो signing है ना, this will allow Declan Rice to bloom even more now. I think उसका game now develop होगा. He'll be और आगे जाएगा. He'll be in the क्या कहते हैं, in the last third, तो उसकी game के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. And we've seen last season Declan Rice he can score some big goals in big matches. Free kicks.
No, absolutely no. Declan Rice, you're right. He needs to play more like a number 8, and like drive the game box to box. Because last couple of seasons he was more in a defensive role, so that would be great. Wingers, Madueke winger आ गया, Declan Rice के middle of the park Zubamendi आ गया, Mosquera के defense में they're shoring up. I've actually been really surprised, like the kind of business Arsenal has been doing, and they're saying they're not done yet. शायद Nosgard भी आ गया है, उसके अलावा क्या नाम है, Party of course is gone. There is going to be some outgoings, but I think these are exciting times for Arsenal.
Party बहुत सही time पे गया.
Yeah, Ebriche Eze जो है वो हो सकता है sign करे Arsenal. So I think Arsenal setting themselves up really nicely to challenge for both the trophies, and anything less than a Champions League, a title basically, a Premier League or a Champions League.
Yeah,
I feel would be considered like a unsuccessful season. I know the owners won't get rid of Arteta, but definitely it will put a lot of pressure on him.
वही I mean मेरा ये question था next कि as an Arsenal fan, I mean look, Arteta ने जो job की है ना, like at Arsenal, it's हम मजाक उड़ा सकते हैं, as rival fans, as Liverpool fans भी उड़ाते हैं, and दूसरे भी, he has won, phase 6 में आ गया Arteta, he hasn't won all that, much जितना he should have, right? I think last season Arsenal के साथ भी थोड़ा सा ज्यादती हो गई थी, and because everybody thought City तो slip away हो गया, right? So this has to be Arsenal's and Arteta season.
Exactly.
So Arne Slot को कहाँ से आया, like how did the team integrate so well? हमने सिर्फ कोई sign भी नहीं किया. Federico Chiesa sign किया था for like 10 million, but that's nothing. That's peanuts in today's football.
Yeah,
so Arsenal के साथ भी जरा बुरा हुआ है.
Yeah, बुरा इसमें ये हुआ कि because this was a stubbornness of Arteta. He wasn't getting a striker for the last few years. Ever since Emre Aubameyang left, you didn't sign a proper out-and-out number 9. Jesus was good, but he's not consistent. He's more of a different kind of player. We need a finisher, and Arsenal has been needing that since ages. Honestly, that's why I'm saying signing Gyökeres is a huge deal. Or if he clicks, Arsenal hopefully can win something. And now they're also strengthening the squad, not just the 11. So I definitely think that next season Arsenal need a trophy, not like an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. They need either a Champions League or a Premier League, because otherwise questions will be raised whether he is like the nearly man or can he actually win trophies and stuff.
Yeah, तो what do you think? Like क्या लग रहा है देख के?
मुझे
Will
पर्सनल
Arsenal win
ओपिनियन मुझे
anything?
लग रहा है, इंशाल्लाह मुझे लग रहा है कि आर्सेनल शायद प्रीमियर लीग जीत जाए।
अच्छा।
हाँ मुझे लग रहा है।
So yeah, लेकिन what happens? Like what happens if you don't win? What happens if you don't bag the Champions League or the Premier League? Would you want to get rid of Arteta? Because
I
look,
won't.
again, let me just say
I would
something.
know. Yeah, but
Let me
I
just
wouldn't. Go ahead.
हाँ, मैं कह रहा था कि look, Arteta has done a fantastic job at Arsenal. उसने जब Arsenal आया था, Arsenal was a Arsenal was in shambles, right? कोई structure नहीं था, and the club I think was in its अभी modern football में, modern Premier League era में, Arsenal were like in that, you know, their worst situation. लेकिन इसने आगे कल्चरल शिफ्ट किया है. दैट्स द बिगेस्ट थिंग जो क्लॉप ने आके लिवरपूल के लिए किया, एक कल्चरल शिफ्ट किया. यू नो, जैसे क्लॉप ने किया था, यू नो, ही turned Liverpool famously from doubters into believers. Same चीज Arteta ने की for Arsenal, right? Even competing for titles. अगर आप 6 साल पहले बोलो किसी आर्सेनल फैन को, भाई अगले 3-4 साल में you guys be like fighting for the title and in the Champions League semis, so you would be, you know, that Arsenal fan would be like हंस रहा होगा आपके मुंह पे. तो आई थिंक ये सबसे बड़ा उसने ऑब्जेक्टिव तो किया है, बट ऑब्वियसली नाउ आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस इवॉल्व होती हैं, एंड आर्टेटा आई बिलीव इज एन एलीट कोच. बहुत लोग डिसएग्री करेंगे कि नहीं, वेयर ही हैजंट वन एनीथिंग, यू नो, उसने कोई चैंपियंस लीग नहीं जीती, कोई प्रीमियर लीग नहीं जीती, तो हाउ कैन यू कैटेगराइज हिम एज एन एलीट कोच? आई थिंक एलीट कोच, you have to appreciate football पहले to understand what Arteta has done. उसने सही है, he might be a bit cringe. वो जो Amazon की जो डॉक्यूमेंट्री निकली थी थोड़ी सी, you know, like लिवरपूल के अगेंस्ट, वो जो प्रिपरेशन कर रहा था, लाइट बल्ब वाला सीन, you never walk alone anthem पे, but ठीक है, that's fine. लेकिन उसने कल्चरल शिफ्ट आर्सेनल लेके आया. he's signing some exceptional players. And again, देखो ना, we like talking about Arsenal in you know, as in the mix for the title and in the Champions League. And as a Liverpool fan, even after this crazy window, I still believe that Arsenal have a very good chance of winning the title.
Yeah, no, I agree with you totally. Yeah, I look at it a little bit differently. I like Arteta, but I'm a like a through and through Wenger supporter. यही पैसा, यही अगर वेंगर के पास होता तो सोचो क्या होता. He has been supported really well by Arsenal ever since he was hired. Suddenly they opened up the coffers for him. They've splashed a lot of money ever since Arteta came. But Arteta has been very stubborn as well, you know. Like striker की कब जरूरत थी, he didn't buy one. He had like bust ups with Ozil. He had bust up with Aubameyang. He's had ego problems as well, a lot of those. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why.
के साथ ठीक किया इसने, नहीं
सही किया
गंदा
end of the day.
था.
नहीं, end of the day सही किया I think. लेकिन that's what a good manager is. You try and you know, manage each player carefully, not just shut them out or not allow them to go on strike or whatever, you know. So I feel that इसको बहुत अच्छे से सपोर्ट किया बोर्ड ने, एंड बट ही हैज बीन स्टबर्न कि विंगर्स के ऊपर ही रिलाई करता रहा. बुकायो साको को कितना लाइक ओवर प्ले किया, बट नाउ आई थिंक ही हैज ऑल हिज पीसेस इन प्लेस, एंड डेफिनेटली क्रेडिट वेयर इट्स ड्यू. ही हैज डन वेल कि अब सेकंड पोजीशन तक ले आया, सेमीफाइनल तक पहुंचा दिया. So he has done well as far as that goes, but now it's time to deliver, you know. This season is going to be really critical. I imagine if they don't win anything, let's just say, I think the owners will give him one more season after that, but I think that would be it, you know. But I really think if he doesn't win anything big next season, the pressure will definitely crank up. And
but ये भी है ना कि if you decide to sack Arteta, if you're an Arsenal board member, who would you replace him with?
Yeah, I mean, देखो यार, replacements आ जाते हैं. There are a lot of people. Luis Enrique हो सकता है आ जाए, कोई भी आ सकता है, कोई इतना. Yeah, so you know, you never know. that Xabi Alonso to be Real Madrid kiya hai, but you never know, it could be somebody from Italy. But all I'm saying, I don't think he would be sacked in a year. I think they will give him at least 2 years to deliver something, So if he wins nothing by the end of next year, the pressure will be a lot of pressure will be there on him. That's what I'm trying to say. But definitely they have got their pieces in place, and they were looking for a world-class striker, which they have now. I think he'll perform well, because I was looking at his record with Coventry. It's not too bad. In like 90 odd appearances, he had like 40 odd goals, which isn't bad. But for Sporting, it was through the roof. Gyökeres, he used to play for Coventry before he before he went to Sporting, and so for Coventry in like 90 odd games he had 40 some goals, not bad. But at Sporting he was through the roof. 97 games, 102 goals. So I feel he's going to be a really good striker for Arsenal. And I can't tell you how frustrating it was, and I'm sure all Arsenal fans are watching this. अभी भी वो डील जिस तरीके से हुई हम लोग को ही पता है, अभी होगी. And Arsenal just being Arsenal, they're just
नहीं, it's not Arsenal's fault. वो उनका चेयरमैन है, वो जलील इंसान है, वो करता है इस तरह, उसका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है इस तरह का,
Like, but मेरा opinion तो ये था कि when you're getting a steal for the amount you're paying for Gyökeres, you're getting a steal. अगर add-ons पे 2-2.5 million के ऊपर अटकी हुई थी बात, you just pay and get it, because that's the difference between an Arsenal and a Liverpool and City. Because Liverpool and City, you want a player, you'll pay that 2.5-3 million and get the player into preseason, get him acclimatized with the squad as soon as possible. They won't delay like 2-3 weeks. Like Arsenal have delayed 3 weeks right now.
अच्छा नहीं, बट आई स्टिल बिलीव कि वो उनका चेयरमैन जो है वो बहुत जलील इंसान है, वो करता है इस तरह की हरकतें ना. उसको पता है कि अगर ये प्लेयर इनको चाहिए, if the club needs their player, तो फिर लूटो, तो वो जरा चिंदी सा है. But final question quickly, as an Arsenal fan, are you happy with the squad depth?
Definitely. This is the best squad, like I said in the beginning, that Arsenal, or best window Arsenal have had in a long time.
Don't you think कि लेफ्ट विंग पे मसला है मार्टिनेली?
नहीं, I actually like Martinelli. मुझे बहुत पसंद है. और ट्रोसार्ड, अगर if he stays तो बहुत अच्छा है. But if he even leaves, I think you'll have Madueke can slot in on either wing. और हो सकता है Havertz को भी आप लेफ्ट में खिला सकते हो आगे की तरफ.
यार Havertz का सीन है यार.
तो यार हाँ,
Havertz बन गया boy.
क्या?
I think he's body builder बन गया. He's bulked up and I think उसका नया रोल होगा इस सीजन. He'll be in the midfield.
Yeah. I think Arsenal are looking good. I haven't looked at the Man City squad that in depth. Maybe you can tell me how that one is. But Liverpool are going to be. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, and City is between these three. Honestly, Chelsea have won the Club World Cup, so I don't know how they'll do.
They look good. Yeah. उनका कोच भी अच्छा यार, So they look really good. City का ये कि उनकी स्क्वाड डेप्थ बहुत अच्छी है, जबरदस्त है. बट देन अगेन केविन डी ब्रुयने नहीं है उनके पास, जो लास्ट सीजन तो खैर ही वाज इंजर्ड है, वो भी अपनी डिक्लाइन में आ रहा है. तो लेकिन City की यार स्क्वाड देखिए, आई एम नॉट फ्राइटेंड एनीमोर. समझ रहे हो?
Exactly.
And उनका अगर रोड्रिगो अगर फिट रहता है for the majority of the season, then I mean they will be in the mix. So,
I think. But how about you? How are you confident about where do you see Liverpool finishing up next season?
I don't see them finishing I don't see Liverpool finishing third. Either it's the league title or the second position.
Okay, very good. But that's really good.
I'll be honest.
Okay, very nice. So you're happy with the Liverpool signing so far?
यार ऐसी विंडो कभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं की. Extremely happy. It's not even finished yet.
Exactly.
Viktor Gyökeres, very happy.
Yeah, perfect.
Hello bro, time is almost up.
Okay, thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for being on the show, bro.